You are watching Around the Big Sports. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are your hosts. Enjoy.
I'm Jack.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Amon, and this is
Around
The Bay.
Four. Thank you for tuning in. Another grand day of Around the Bay Sports. We got some stuff to talk about. As we know, the preseason is underway. So the pre-NFL, not the actual NFL, folks. The pre-NFL is underway. We got some games to talk about. We got the Niners, got the Raiders, we got the Packers, and of course, other games that's been happening thus far. But before we begin all that, we have some sad news. Pretty big one. Don Nelson, as in case you didn't know, unfortunately passed away early this month. And as you know, as you see the title, We Believe. If you know it well. But this person, we're going to talk about like how I have a story to share how I met him when I was a little kid. But we're going to we'll start with Jack or Drew on just the reflection of Don Nelson.
Let's
So
see. Well,
take it away.
Well, for me, for Don Nelson personally, I mean, he's going to be missed a lot because he did a lot for the game, and he even played in the Celtics like many, many years ago. And he first started coaching the Dubs like when I first started becoming a Warriors fan when I was a kid, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And he was just, I remember his like leadership and everything else. And he was like great for the Warriors with Baron Davis, Jason Richardson, all those other guys, and Monte and everyone else. Like Steph didn't play it when Don Nelson was coaching, so it was like, well, I wouldn't say it was a dark days, but it was like the uprising of like the Warriors and the We Believe years, and those were like some of the years that I cherished the most of like any sports memories that I ever had in my entire life. So, rest in peace, Donnie. Really missed, and rest in peace.
Yeah. Drew looks like having a little issue. Now he's
Nope.
back. Drew.
Don Nelson, he was one of the best coaches in the league. He was, the winningest coach until Greg Popovich, passed him and stuff. But I just remember him coaching during the We Believe eras, even before or after We Believe, and like he had a great leadership. Thinking about him, he believed in his player. Like, he coached Dirk in the 90s and all the way to when Steph Curry, his rookie year. So, like, that's how much belief he had in his player, and that's how much the player loved him. And he meant so much to not only just the Warrior community, but the whole NBA and the whole basketball community, And, like, it's just gut-wrenching, and it's heartbreaking, and I mean, sending my condolences to the Nelson's family, anyone who was pretty close to him. But it's sometimes things are gonna end, but he was a leader, a winner, a believer. He had all those attributes to himself, so I appreciate him.
Yeah. Yeah, this hurts because it happened when I was gaming, and of course we all got the alert saying Don Nelson passed away at the age of 86. And as you can see, he was born of May 15, 1940. So lived quite a good life, and in the basketball and just the overall, life. But
Never met him, by the way. So never met him personally.
Yeah.
So,
but before I share my story, which I just want to for people that don't know, in case if you're not a sports fan, you're tuning in. Don Nelson played 14 NBA seasons as a versatile forward. He was in the Boston Dynasty of the 60s and 70s, drafted in 62 as a 19 overall pick. And he won 5 NBA champions, and Boston retired his jersey, which is number 19. As a coach, he complied over 1,300 regular season, 18 playoff appearance record, in over 31 seasons. He coached the legendary Celtics. He created the Nelly Ball philosophy. In case people didn't know what that is, it pretty much emphasized positionless play. He embarked on a 31-year coaching career across 4 franchises. You mentioned about the Mavs, but in case people didn't know, the Bucks, the Knicks, and of course the Warriors. He secured 3 coaches awards. And now for my story, which was now I'm gonna keep it forever. So you know, guys, at Lake Merritt, was at the chalet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long ago, I was like a little kid. Me and my parents and a friend of a friend. We were having dinner together, and I'm like eating. And I turn around, and I see this guy, and I'm like, "Hang on!" And him and his wife, too, and he just came in having dinner, And luckily enough, he had a table behind him. And I just looked, how little kids are when they see a
Celebrities.
player or a person they see, you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, I know this person. So that's how I'm just staring at him for like 5 minutes, and he turned around and he shakes my hand, and I was like, he said I'm Don, and you're like Don Nelson. I was like, oh, that's what it is. And my dad was next to me, and he shook his hand, and I was just and I told my dad's like, oh my God, I got Don Nelson next to him, right behind him. I'm just like a little kid though, but I'm just like, holy cow, because of course this is after, as we know, Mark Jackson, I believe he took over as coach after him. So it's just crazy to see him. Just, it's just one of those rare moments in life, even if you're just anyone popular. It doesn't have to be a sports person, just an actor, actress, who knows that really well, who he's a big fan of. And it's just when I saw that, it was cool. And I'm now glad I met him, just that one time in life. Jesse as well, he met him. He's not here today because football is here, He's at the Niner game, taking on the Titans. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. But yeah, the one that's watching, if you have any story, at least, if he's a fan of those 4 franchises, or you're from the Bay, if you even know if you may not know the person, but at least have something to share, feel free to put in the comment section. And for ones that will tune in later, they'll watch this at a later time. But yeah, rest in peace, Don. It will be missed. And yeah, rest in peace. And yeah. Moving on. So another pretty not as big as Coach Don Nelson passing away, but guys, I think we're getting old, folks. You guys know the picture of D Rose, John Wall, Curry,
Steph Curry. Yeah, I know.
And that.
Yes.
If you guys know the photo well, Curry, amongst that picture,
he's the only point guard.
Is the last one. As Russell Westbrook called it an end. 18 years in the NBA, probably one of the best all-around point guards we have seen. I know you think from postseason success that there were moments. Apparently he did get an offer from the Kings and the Wizards, but didn't bother to go for those, so he just called it. Now, I guess no one else was offering any deals, and so that's what kind of led to his retirement. He could have maybe do one more year, but I guess the offers that he got offered, he just didn't want to take it, so might as well. Heck, 18 years in the NBA. Guys, we're getting old, folks. This is another mid-2000 player game. Early to mid-2000 player just retired. So, guys, have any of your thoughts on the legacy? You could say legacy, or just this all-around point guard of Russell Westbrook.
Well, Russell Westbrook is considered one of the best. I wouldn't say he's one of the greatest point guards that ever played the game, but his skill was pretty rare to have. There was even in like the 2017 his MVP season where he averaged a triple double for like the first time since like Oscar Robertson, and the fact that Westbrook is also the all-time leader in triple doubles is quite an achievement that he had, and he's also like part of NBA's 75th team, which is pretty insane as well. So he had played, I believe, 17 or 18 seasons in the NBA. So he was a part of it for a very, very long time, and it'll be sad to see him go. I remember like when he had that beef with like KD when KD joined the Warriors, and like that was like interesting for basketball. But his style of game will definitely be missed, and he was a very respected player. Though if I were him, I would have signed a 1-day contract, so that way he would have retired as a Thunder instead of like retire as a King.
Yeah. Drew, what's your thoughts to share?
Um, I mean, playing 18 season is kind of hard to do in these type of days. You see people playing 15, people playing 12, people playing. It's rare, but with his skill set, it was kind of rare to see that form of a point guard. And I mean, he was averaging triple double back and forth. And he's just the drive he had on him. It's just the style of play he brought in. It's probably impossible to place at this point. And the MVP era. Well, it had hit like 42 triple doubles that year, and then dropping another triple double season, Then he dropped a 20-20-20 in on a Nipsey, and like it's kind of insane. But yeah, I mean, of course we flame him for not having a championship, but I mean, it's kind of hard that the fact that he leads all time in triple doubles, even though Jokic might break it next season. So, but one of he was one of the greatest point guard that we ever seen. So, yeah, like Jack said, I wish he could retire as a Thunder, but you know what, he did what he wanted to do. So, appreciate him for the game and the honesty and the drip he brought in the tunnel. And we talked about his style in the tunnel. So appreciate him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as we know, like guys are getting a little old now. As you know, these are just mid 2000 players. But we know if you play the game, Russell Westbrook was that type of guy. Like you never seen a point guard that could jump like 6 feet in the air to grab a rebound over a 7-2 player, or you see him just have this high versatile dunk package like an NBA 2K sort of thing. Like just the player he was is just something at least to remember. Because I know, like Ja Moran, for example, he always sees it was his idol, and when he played in the NBA, he was you see the little Westbrook, in him, the versatile and the shooting, and just the play style he had. But just like yeah, Russ, guys, I don't know if you guys knew. Do you know he was in that D Rose draft class?
Yeah, he was.
So just think of that. He was in that D Rose draft class with K Love, like so. It just the reason I say that because sometimes what I like to do when an NBA player retires, I just run like a simulation and just see if there's like any luck in that. But today I'm just with Russ. Yeah, like you guys said it pretty much all of it. Just he's just one of the best all around point guards and just something with that much leap, that much versatile. You don't really see it, at least with that style, as Drew mentioned. And yeah, leading all triple doubles, being Oscar Robinson's triple double record. I mean, he set records. So I know a lot of people because you just think like the person him. A lot of people just go at, but if you just think more of the player, he was a good player. And yeah, as Drew mentioned, the whole the postseason success. It was it was getting there. No rings, so not a lot of people talk about it. But it's like, heck, you're not gonna probably see a. I mean, I know there's a lot of drilling now with this NBA of the NBA, but just for Westbrook himself, it's not really gonna see that. So, yeah, but who knows? Unless someone convinces him to get out of retirement, we'll let you know. But for now, from the sound of things, he is hanging his 18-year career. So now, keep on sticking with the NBA. Thanks for people tuning in. The NBA schedule has been released. You know, we got the whole Thanksgiving, Christmas, MLK Day games, but like the Warriors, their schedule's released, kicking off with the Lakers as usual
on Wednesday.
on Wednesday. Having the home opener against the
Grizzlies.
See Jaren Jack. We're going to see he was there.
Cam Boozer.
Cam Boozer and the Grizzlies going to head to the Bay. So what do you guys think of the schedule?
Well, I think the schedule looks pretty interesting this year because there's actually one fact that is for like a first time in like a franchise history kind of thing. So for the first time in franchise history, the Golden State Warriors are currently, like as the schedule is stated right now, they are not scheduled to have an away and then home back-to-back set. So that basically means you start off in, let's say,
on the road,
Indiana, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, you got to play at home against like the Kings or something like that. The Warriors don't have to go through that for the first time in their history. So that is quite a significant, that is quite interesting for the Warriors schedule. So I think that's pretty big for them. So that could give them a bit of like a little more rest advantage. And right now, there's the Warriors schedule kind of looks typical, though it's interesting that we're playing the Nuggets on Christmas. That's not the team I would expect the Warriors to play on Christmas. But their opener being the Lakers, that's kind of understandable. Though it'll be mainly Curry against Luka Doncic, and this will be year one without LeBron, so that's also going to be interesting. But as for like a league, like itself, there are 4 teams right now in the league that have 34 national televised games. They're the Knicks, the Spurs, the 76ers, and the Lakers. All of them are tied for first with 34 games. But the Thunder have 30 games nationally televised, and everybody goes crazy about the Thunder. And surprisingly, they're not number one, which I think is very interesting. So those are my thoughts about the NBA schedule.
Okay, Drew.
I was interesting seeing the Warriors schedule, starting with the Lakers. Typical, LA games, gotta go LA, and then go home, play the Grizzlies, and then go on the road to Phoenix, and then, such and such. And then in terms of, like Jack mentioned, there's not a road and a home, road and home games, back to back, I meant to say. And but it's kind of interesting that there's a triple header on opening night, which is kind of sus, to be honest, because there's a game at noon, and a game at 4:00, and a game at. This is the first game, by the way. This is the first night of NBA, the 20th of October. The first game's at noon, first game's at 4:00, and then last game's at 6:30. I get it, but I don't know why it was triple header. That's kind of, something sus about that. But in terms of the matchup, I think it's, I get it, stars, LeBron making his Sixers debut against the Knicks on Ring 9, and then the rematch of the Western Conference Finals. And then, then you got, the Giannis, LaMelo debut. And then you got LeBron's first home game at the Sixers. The schedule is pretty interesting, with the fact that, like Jack mentioned, the 14 has 34 national televised game, but for the Warriors, they had to end the road on a back-to-back with OKC and then play Utah, which kind of interesting. And never see it back-to-back playing the same team on 2 days in a row. Never see that. But so far, I actually like the national televised game, if you ask me. So I like it.
Yeah,
So
I'm just looking at the schedule of the Warriors. You guys kept saying, and I'm now seeing that. It isn't noticing. So people are watching. Just to tell you the first games here for the first month after the preseason. Of course, I know you're probably thinking NBA preseason. What the heck? It's like, I don't know. This is what they do. But anyway, just regular season wise. So Lakers, 7 o'clock ESPN, because why not? Then one rest on Thursday. Then the home opener against the Grizzlies on Friday. Then there's the first back-to-back. Then they fly to Phoenix, do a little play-in rematch. The Suns. Then another rest. Then the Nuggets. And then another one with the T-Wolves Wednesday at 5. And then group play action with the Lakers. We're already meeting the Lakers twice already in 1 month. And then you guys mentioned the Christmas games. Yeah, against the Nuggets. So that's interesting. It's very interesting as Jack mentioned. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how the Warriors. We'll see what happens. As we know, they're the only NBA team, and they'll probably just be marked in history as the only NBA team that decides not to make a move. That
Still haven't made a move, by the way. They're just interested in people, and I mean that's
actually, it reminded me of something, but I'm going to continue on. But yeah, then you got the whole schedule. I mean, it is kind of dumb.
you see the triple header on that Tuesday?
Yeah, the triple. No, it's just not that. It's the day. Like, I feel like for an NBA game, I feel like I know you try and like kick it off with a bang, you know, and like the matchups are good. Celtics, Pistons, got the semifinal rematch with the Thunder and the Spurs,
and then the Knicks and Sixers.
Why not kick it off as for LeBron's pretty much last season in New York? And but I just think just on the Tuesday, who does a Tuesday though? I figure like a Tuesday feels.
Yeah, and also if you look at the time too when the games like first begin on the opening day, they're gonna be like noon time. So like people are gonna be
in California.
Yeah, people are gonna be in school, people are gonna be at work, and it's like all this stuff, and you still come with those times that I think is incredibly random. You gotta go like afternoon type times, like 3 o'clock or later.
Yeah, I mean, a 4 is okay. People will be off in the East Coast, so they can watch that. And then 6:30. So with NBC, NBC starting to.
I like the closest matchup.
Yeah, and then then you go like MLK Day, Spurs Blazers. That's a good. Oh, is MLK Day or Thanksgiving? The Spurs Blazers.
Well, the NBA doesn't play. The NBA doesn't play games on Thanksgiving. It's only
okay. So MLK Day, it's like
probably Thanksgiving Eve. That's what they will probably call it.
Okay, that's all like Spurs Blazers. I'm like, that's interesting. That's a good sleeper game if you're just pretty tired. Just watch the Spurs and the Blazers. But yeah, well, shoot, dang, Jack reminded me of something. Now it slipped my mind. Probably gets back to me. Let's stick with the Warriors real quick. So I didn't share this to you guys in our pre-meeting.
Was it the gap year?
This thing called the gap year. So you probably like, why did the Warriors didn't make moves? Well, this is apparently a strategy which could work or can't work. There's this thing called the gap year. And pretty much as sometimes you see all the sources, it's like you kind of like keep the team, but then you're kind of like mainly trying to get young players to develop. You're just thinking like future, like you could say the SF Giants, for example. Like, I don't know, probably bad comparison there. But But it's like this thing called a gap year, not like school
It's not
related.
school related. No,
Not school
no.
related. This is actual thing for people tuning in. We're talking about the Warriors. We saw this news. You could say breaking news, or just you're probably curious if you're a Warrior fan why the Warriors are making moves. Well, they're trying to make this sort of style called the gap year. So
They want to spend money.
Drew and Jack, you guys have like just know more what gap year means in NBA terms.
Okay, so basically, what a gap year. Okay, I'm gonna explain. Let's also explain it like in a college sense.
Say the lecture. Say it's the college lecture.
Well, first off, hi everybody, but sorry, just gonna do a full reset of myself here. So what a gap year is basically you're taking a year off. You're not gonna do like college. You're not gonna like just do whatever. Not gonna do work. You just take a full year and don't do anything. Just sit on your ass, do whatever you gotta do, and just do nothing. And that's so far exactly what the Warriors have done. They still haven't made a move. They've gone in. They're just saying the Warriors are interested in this guy and this guy, but that's nothing new for free agency. The Warriors are interested in everybody. They would try to set up like one of those like speed dating things, and the Warriors will probably get passed on more. They probably get more passed on more than a join or whatever, something like that, because they just know what they're doing. The Warriors, I think the gap year is the stupidest course of action the Warriors can possibly make. Like, if you said, like, we're going to try to sign younger guys, I'd be like, okay. But, I mean, even that you haven't done either. But do you think Curry just wants to sit around and just wait and just, like, say, nah, screw it, just play, see what happens? Curry's trying to win at least one more time before he retires. Draymond signed like a 1 year. Draymond signed a 1 year deal. Draymond's probably going to retire this season.
I think Curry doesn't want to do an extension yet.
But I mean, the Warriors are already in talks with Steph on an extension. And honestly, if I were them, I would try to get that extension done much, much sooner than later. Because if Steph Curry gets more upset than he kind of is, then the Warriors fans should be really, really concerned. Because if Steph Curry, like, out of nowhere, which is very unlikely, Steph says he wants to retire with the Warriors. He's made that very, very clear. So I'm not trying to scare Warrior fans with that. I'm just telling you, if this doesn't go right with the Warriors, I think, honestly, if I was the owner after that, I would be cleaning house already if it was me personally. Like, Mike Dunleavy would be gone, and just, I personally wouldn't have signed Steve Kerr to that extension. But I mean, it's whatever at that point. But I'm just, as a Warriors fan, long-time Warriors fan, and I'm going to be a fan like once, even when Steph retires, even though it's going to be a dark day. But this is not, I don't like seeing from that team. And if I'm telling you, if I get an article and it says like Podziemski signs like over $100 million contract, 4 years.
Not gonna be so.
Holiday's gonna be that.
Wait,
no, because they're in a little bit of conversation with them. I don't know if
it's going to happen. Hate or love it.
If it happens for that much money, I myself might take a gap year from the Warriors.
Oh God!
The front office worries me. I can see why Mark Jackson wasn't happy with this front office.
Before Drew shares his thoughts, so just on the whole clickbait stuff with Curry.
It's not clickbait. It's factual.
All right, here's a good
good representation.
Yeah, and 100% correct. It's waste of Steph's time. Trying to win, not standing around and stick a whatever.
For the one that shared shared your thoughts. Is the audio good? Let us know.
Yeah, one is already good.
Going with Curry's the whole clickbait or not, who knows, of this extension thing. But it is Just did the research on ESPN. There's mutual interest in signing actually a 2-year extension worth a lot of money. So
Who?
Curry
Steph,
Okay.
for like 2 years, about
130 something.
137. So as you know, so Curry, he's staying around.
Well,
as
he's
we
not.
talk-
He can't sign it until the end of
can't
this
sign
month.
it yet. Here's like we'll just go. We're going down the Sorry, Drew. Before you share your thoughts, something else came up that this is pretty old news, but sticking with the
Basketball.
yeah, no problem. Do you guys saw the rumor? We don't know this was true, but do you know Boston called us? Not around
Yeah,
the
I
baseball.
heard about that. I think that's ridiculous.
Wasn't that crazy though? This we're gonna just quickly talk about this because it was just because you think what the Warriors were doing, people had these thoughts: trade them, and people just thought doing this like mock draft sort of.
I'm just trying to know if the Warriors had made that trade. I think,
As my dad said, he would never be.
I think Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy need to get out of the Bay Area if that
happens. as my dad said, like Curry's just for people that don't know, Curry legacy is so grand. We will literally build a statue. It's like he will never, ever, ever in the million years. Like this is the one guy in the mid 2000s that stayed drafted, even though somehow the T-Wolves passed on this guy because they didn't believe they went by their facts.
Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio.
They went Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio.
I'm not going to make Ricky Rubio though, and it's also a Spaniard, so
yeah, like Rick, they got Ricky Rubio.
Steph Curry though is one of the greatest point guards ever played.
Yeah, sorry. In case you guys didn't know, in the whole story of Curry getting drafted, the T-Wolves had 2 chances to go for the guy. But they didn't know because they look at the reports and what they say, and they go with that, and they just find the next good prospect in that class. The Ricky Rubio thing, it worked, but they went for this Flynn guy, and now I don't think it lasted like 2 or 3 years. So just let you know, Curry could have been a T-Wolf, but luckily enough, they fell to us.
Yeah, and also, if we weren't going to draft him, the Knicks were going to.
So, imagine that. We could have Brunson as our point guard. He would be our first. So, anyway, Drew, what's your going on with this whole dark web rabbit hole?
I don't know what's
clickbait. Who knows?
I'm just hoping that Mike Dovey's not on drugs. That's the thing. I hope he's.
Oh, he might be. He might be taking some serious drugs.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, I mean, we've been tampering with that guy, like the freaking San Jose Sharks GM. He takes more risk than him. Like, if I was the Warriors and going to Tinder date, the girls would be nope, get out of here.
Yeah, because Mark, what's the guy's name again?
I don't know.
Mark Greer or something.
I don't know the Sharks GM,
okay,
but
whatever his name is. He's got balls. Mike Dunleavy's got none.
And I mean, you are like one said,
keeping the core thing, keep the chemistry.
Yeah,
cough.
Yeah, but you're wasting Steph Curry time, and I don't know, it's. I don't think the whole gap year is gonna be successful. I don't think it is. You gotta make a move. It's horrible. It's horrendous as a Warriors fan, and yeah, I'm praying that you don't give him, like Jack said, $100+ million extension because you're not an all-star.
Well, Curry. It seems like this mutual interest with Curry is going to be here for 2 more years. So
but Curry, I'm fine with him.
He's going 40 years old.
I'm fine with Curry.
I'm not worried about Steph. I'm just worried about this team and what the front office is doing to this great franchise.
You did say the schedule was interesting, but you looked like, was it fair? Is it fair?
The schedule? I mean, it's an NBA schedule. It's not going to be fair or foul. And, I mean, the Warriors have like I mentioned, no way. 10 home games on back-to-back days, so that's cool.
All right. real quick before we move on, as you know, I'm a Bucks fan. You know, the only team the Bucks are on prime time
Is Giannis return?
is the Giannis return. That's it.
They have no prime time.
So just that one. They meet twice. That's it. They're just scheduling for ESPN. For everything else, it just has it as it goes. So that's it for the Bucks. So it's definitely going to be very interesting to watch and see the guy. But moving on though, now back to the NFL. Actually, not the NFL. We have some, we could say, college football problems here. Jack brought this up, and according to Josh,
Jaden Daniels.
Oh yeah, Jane.
He considers for LSU that number 5 is
Should be
untouchable.
retired.
It should be retired, and it's untouchable. So I got some facts to share, at least how this happened.
Is it okay if I kind of lead off of this?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You share your facts in case I miss anything, then I'll say mine.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so pretty much for people who don't know, this dispute sparked from our, current coach, Lane Kiffin, as you know, out in Mississippi with LSU. He allowed a sophomore quarterback named P.J. Pickett to wear number 5. And as you know, Daniels wore that during his Heisman Trophy winning season. So that's the bland news. At least that's my notes I've found. But Jack has more. Jack, take it away.
Apparently, he's not a quarterback. He's just a corner.
He's
not
a
corner, not quarter.
Sorry.
Corner.
No, he's a quarterback.
Corner.
Yes? Oh.
Okay, so
No.
here. So Jaden Daniels, who's a former LSU quarterback, now currently on the Commanders. So he apparently sent a cease and desist letter to LSU after defensive back DJ Pickett is given number 7.
Defensive back. Yeah.
So basically, the Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels informed LSU it can no longer use his name, image, and likeness. Image and likeness for Jaden Daniels. And he said he felt profoundly disrespected after LSU allowed cornerback DJ Pickett to wear his number 5 jersey. And let's see. So here is a spokesperson on what they for Jaden Daniels, like someone else wearing number 5. The Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. Jaden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain a meaningful part of his LSU legacy and would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. And it says here LSU's number 9 hasn't been worn since Joe Burrow 2018 Heisman and national championship season. Okay, Jaden Daniels, you are nowhere near on
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow had one of the greatest collegiate seasons of all time, and you have barely even taken a sniff of that type of season. You didn't win a national championship, but Joe Burrow did. You didn't win a Heisman, but Joe Burrow did. Joe Burrow actually had great achievements at LSU. You didn't. You hardly did much. Didn't win a championship. Didn't win a Heisman. I don't know how the furthest you got in the college football playoffs, but I don't think it was like anything. I don't think it was worth crap. And this kind of tells me I don't think Jaden Daniels gives a damn about who did this. I think it's his mommy that is doing this. Because let me explain to you guys something that you guys probably don't know. Jaden Daniels' mom is extremely involved in his career. It's why no girl tries to date him. It's like she is the main problem. So I think his mom is the one that did this. Let's see. Let me see. Excuse me. I could have.
Well, actually, he did win a Heisman.
Yeah, he did win the Heisman. I was going to say.
Just to let you know, he did win a Heisman.
Okay, but he didn't win a championship.
I mean, yeah, he went 9-3 though. But yeah.
Well, he had a great independent season. He didn't have a great team season. because he didn't want to go to the championship. And sorry for the Heisman issue. That was on me. But I still think that this is ridiculous. His mom is definitely behind this because it wouldn't be him. Otherwise, this would be just a Karen move by him. Or he's just sensitive and doesn't give a damn about his commander this time of the Commanders right now. I just think he has more things to worry about rather than some other kid getting his number. And if you wanted your number retired, next time push for it. Because Joe Burrow didn't push for his. He let his game do the talking. Now and he's a really solid quarterback in the NFL. But I just think it's go call mommy in this situation. And to all the kids out there, don't let your mom run the show for you all the time. It's why you either don't get a date or get laid or anything else in that similarity. And Jayden Daniels' mom is kind of doing this to him. It's not being said, of course, but it's happening. So I think this situation is extremely pathetic, and it makes the Daniels family look incredibly stupid. So those are my thoughts.
Well, to know if it's really the family that was helping Daniels on, who knows if that's true. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, Daniels, because, yeah, as Jack mentioned, hate to say it, you had a good career for LSU. You won your Heisman. But to say something to say my number's untouchable, I'm sorry. The only one that's untouchable is the one and only Joe Burrow. That's what he did.
Yeah, you are no LSU god. You are you are great at you were good at LSU, but you're no legend. You're just another
You're a good quarterback.
You're just another quarterback from LSU.
Yeah, I mean you're a good quarterback. You did well enough to get drafted. So but yeah, I mean it's just in general I'm kind of agreeing with Jack. I think he kind of went a little overkill. I took it a little too far. I'm not gonna go there. But the other facts he mentioned, you just think of Joe Burrow and Daniels. Joe Burrow, it's just his legacy is just a bit stacked. We could just say, pretty much. Drew.
I mean, like Jack mentioned. Yeah, I mean, he had a great individual season, not great team success. With Joe Burrow, he won the SEC both regular season and conference championship. But which, by the way, SEC is one of the toughest conference in college sports. So
it is now. The way this is been.
The way it is, yeah. And he had to beat teams like Alabama and Georgia, all those good teams, and then, he puts up a Heisman, and then he wins the national championship. He deserves not have his number, touched. He let the game do the talking for him. With Jayden Daniels, he didn't win a national championship, didn't win the SEC, or didn't even make the playoffs. Or even make the playoffs. It's I don't know who tried to do the season this season.
For all I know, it couldn't even be his agent.
Well, I don't know who did the season this.
I don't think it's his agent. It's definitely his mommy. It's 100%, and it's 1,000% clear. And people know. You go to social media, type it in, that's all they're gonna say.
At least that's speculation.
It's not speculation. It's fact. It's
yeah.
Jayden Daniels wouldn't just sit around and say, "Oh, someone took my number." If someone took my number and I had his stats, I don't give a damn who wears it. I'm no god. I'm no legend. I just won I won a Heisman, sure, but I didn't win a championship.
All right. Well,
yeah, it's ridiculous at this point.
If you are watching, what's your thoughts on at least hearing about from Jack on this little fiasco, or agree or disagree, let us know. But continuing on with the NFL. Guys, in case you guys didn't know, the Bills Stadium, the $1 billion stadium was made. it might be a magnificent destruction in a sense. So they had the public opening. All Bills Mafia went on in, and let's just give you some pictures. There's some issues, you know. I mean, there's some media pictures, you know. This is like from the very tippity top, you know. It's pretty nice, right?
Oh,
Yeah, but they have all like that. The glass is in the way.
It's a dome, folks. Here's the comparison. So this was 2023. It was being made, and there's the legendary stadium. But there are some issues.
what's the issue?
From Bills Mafia. If you wanted to sit, okay, maybe it's $2 billion. Above $1 billion. It's a small, but if you can kind of see, if you were sitting in the tippity top corner right here, here, I'll just blow it up. You know, it's an Instagram post. Sorry, busting the boys. We just want to show our folks. There's the top section. If you're in the tippity top, like if it's a baseball game, this is the view from like, I don't know, it's north or south end. You can watch a play happen, but if a quarterback throws it over here, you'd be like, what happened? You won't know until the crowd cheers. And then you're on the other side. If you'd see a magnificent kickoff return, wait, what happened? I mean, here, and we're using the internet. Here's what people say. There's some backlash regarding the obstructed seat views, traffic congestion, and a very small video board on a $2 billion stadium. So there's some images. So what do you guys think if you're a city to pay a $2 billion new stadium, and you're a fan, a team you love, you go in there, if you notice that, what's your thoughts? Quick thoughts, even.
Mainly just looking at glass while you're trying to watch a game, or like where you can't see where the view's obstructed by a part of like the stadium or whatever. They obviously didn't have the proper blueprints to build a proper stadium, so it's just another failed.
It's a magnificent. It's very magnificent. As you know, in the old stadium, there's always a problem with the wind. It blows from north, south, east, west, just loopy-loop, you know? So they built a dome to protect the wind. No wind. But if you're ready to spend, I don't know how much money what's going to be just to get a top deck, for all we know, and you end up not, if you didn't even know about the stadium, you didn't went to the public viewing, you just go in for the first time, you get a seat, and you look and be like, what the hell? Right? Because there's other like ballparks and probably other stadiums that have this like very obstructed view. If you want, like, you know, you feel like you want to see everything, you're paying your money, right? I mean, yeah. So I just thought to share. Now, folks, the pre-NFL is here. Yep, not quite. We're getting to the NFL. We're getting to as college football too, but we're getting to the NFL. Gotta be a little patient, folks. I know we're all eager, but we got some preseason action kicking off. And for the Raiders, Mendoza threw his first touchdown. So good to see that on a red zone play. Kirk Cousins, he threw a touchdown. I mean, I was checking the score. I mean, they got annihilated 20, probably down 30-something to 14. So unless it ended 27-14. But overall-wise, I mean, Jesse, he had his thoughts when Jack asked him. The defense was playing soft. I I mean, sure, maybe you're just protecting the health, but
I mean, the defense. To be fair, the Raiders' defense hasn't looked good. Very, 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 very,
well,
very long time.
so yeah. I mean, let's just see here in week 1 preseason. But actually, before that, before we get all that, we might just saw the Hall of Fame preseason Super Bowl. The Hall of Fame game might be saved. You guys saw the score of that game?
Yeah, so it was a very high scoring game, and I think the Panthers won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, 33-30. Defense coordinators might be fired already. Or this might be a college football game.
Maybe it was like a Pro Bowl game.
Who knows? But yeah, I mean, 33-30, 63 points combined. A QB named Haynes King goes 2 TDs, 180 yards, a 20 for 34, 21 catches out of 34 attempts. And looking at like the rushing at 53 yards the most. Most yards was 44 from Jimmy Horn Jr. And then going to the Cardinals here, as we know, Carson Beck was starting. He goes for 15 for 19, 180 yards and 1 touchdown. Probably did I think he did a game-winning drive, right? On that game, I think it was a game-winning drive. This attempt to win the game. Brooks for 99 yards. But anyway, just looking at the stats and just seeing that score, what do you think? Is the Hall of Fame game saved? Is it not boring as we usually is?
I would say it's like less boring. Well, it kind of depends on who the teams are playing. So,
but you figure a team like this, it feels like, hey, the Hall of Fame game might be saved.
I would say the Hall of Fame game will be more enjoyable.
All right, but quick, we have someone share their thoughts about the Bills Stadium new look. So Buffalo's freezing in the winter, nothing fun about that for players or fans. Should have built a dome instead. It's only covered seating like a UK Premier League stadium. It's dry. That's a mistake. But yeah, I just thought your quick thoughts. But yeah, no preseason action. So as we know, right now the Niners down 13-7. As you know, they're not playing their starters. The Packers lose 28-9. So at least our kicker can make field goals. I mean, it's the preseason.
Yeah, it's just preseason though. It's not.
I'll say one thing though.
Okay.
Zon Stribling, he's like playing well though. He's like apparently he's questionable though. So that's interesting. The Zon Stribling, he had like 7 catches for 63 yards so far in the game, and for a rookie, that's a really impressive start.
You guys didn't know who the hell this was. There was a lot of hate.
I'm still gonna wait till I see how regular season comes out.
But
yeah, it's preseason though, so I gotta wait till week 1 starts.
Second round pick. Pretty much your late first round. Yeah, 13-7. QB named Curtis Rourke over 100 yards.
Yeah, I know the Niners were gonna play like no starters in the game.
Yeah. Charged up 27-7 of the Texans. Yeah, I mean for the Packers, I mean it is what it is. I mean, heck, for the Steelers though, the QB they drafted was trying to be their future. Drew Aller goes 10 for 13, 2 TDs and 153 yards. Steelers used 3 quarterbacks in this, and Will Howard being one of them. For the Packers, we actually did 4. Love threw a few passes, 18 yards. Tyrod Taylor, 4 for 8, 21. It's like drones. I guess it might have been a little trickery play, but Kyle McCord, 102 yards and 12 for 26. The QB done. Is he undrafted? But the QB from Syracuse, he did pretty well, 12 for 16, 102 yards. I mean, hey, it's all right. It's a preseason. All I know is, there's a lot of talks about Stork missing field goals in practice, but at least he made a few, so it looks like we're all right. We'll see as the real season kicks off. For the Raiders, they just lost 27-14. As we know, defense has probably just played a little too soft. Heck, Minshew, the man that pretty much tore his leg in the game. Sorry with the shadow. I'll fix it soon. Yeah, 40 16, 101 yards, 2 TDs. Let's talk about the Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love going 11 carries, 58 yards. You guys share your thoughts, if any. Jeremiah Love, any thoughts?
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Jeremiah Love's game. Like he had a couple good runs, showed that agility. He didn't score a touchdown though, but I mean his stats for the game. Excuse me a moment.
Yeah,
he
11,
threw the ball 11 times for
Yeah,
58 yards, and his longest one being 16. Though most of the time, I saw this dude getting hammered by just all the D linemen because there was no blocking. And what I feared was going to happen for Jeremiah Love, I get that the Cardinals won the game, but it happened. Jeremiah Love is just getting killed out there. And that's why I keep saying don't draft him because he's just going to keep getting hit like over and over and over again. He's probably going to get injured much sooner than later, which I don't hope for, obviously, but it's probably going to happen. So that's why, I mean, I just wouldn't trust him in fantasy, and the fact that he's in a Cardinals uniform, it's unfortunate for him and his career. But the Cardinals, they have no alignment, so I still think the Cardinals are going to be the worst team in the NFL, and they're going to be lucky to win at least 4 games.
Drew? Any thoughts?
I didn't watch any of the games. I didn't watch the Raiders Cardinals game, but
By hearing about the stats, what do you think?
by hearing stats, if he's getting trucked every single play, like Jack said, injury could happen, and we don't want the injuries, and that's how people playing career ends because of injury. So I don't want him to just get trucked every single play, but. Like you said, it's a preseason, so there's always a game to improve. But I'm just praying that he gets a rig. I'm worried for him.
Like, I hope he does well, but I mean, I'm mainly praying for his health.
Yeah, I mean, because halfbacks, man, they don't last long than you think. Wow,
Yeah, especially with the problem is he has just no O line. That's why I think he's going to get hurt.
But yeah, for Mendoza, though, they got drafted number 1 overall. Looking good. 10 for 16, 97 yards. Threw a touchdown in the red zone. Got sacked once, but he took the sack. He didn't try to, do anything fancy with it. He just, if he's about to get overwhelmed, he'll take the hit. Jesse will have more of his thoughts, but he's enjoying the Niner game. Hope to see him next week. Mike Washington Jr., the halfback from Arkansas, 6 carries, 63 yards, having 10.5 yards. 10.5 yards. We got E.J. Wilson caught a 41-yarder. And yeah, looking at the other leagues, Bengals win a close one, 16-14 over the Lions. Hey folks, we got a tie. The Colts and the Patriots, a tie in the preseason. Something you don't see. Yeah. I mean, hey, look, I pay Anthony Richardson play 11 for 14, 145 yards, threw a pick. But as we know, there's a lot of talks.
Ooh, that's going to affect this performance.
Yeah, a lot of talks, because as we know in the NFL, the Vikings go Kyler Murray over J.J. McCarthy. So saying that now, because, I mean, heck, McCarthy, he got hurt. He got drafted. He got a significant injury. And then he comes back. Did win some games of a certain amount. And now other people just turning their faces away now with McCarthy at this early in his career.
I think they're calling him an early bust.
Because, I mean, for example, a team that I heard that he could go is the Bucs. Because if the Bucs aren't going to pay Mayfield and disrespecting him, then if they want to go for the youth, McCarthy, that could be hopefully the next start for JJ.
I think you should try to go for the Jets personally.
There's that too. So I mean, there's hope for JJ. I wouldn't say it's a bust yet. I mean, I just come on. QB gets hurt. Probably took an injury that could have been his career like that. Luckily didn't. And then he comes back. I'm sorry, I'm just saying I'm a Michigan fan. He had a hell of a season there.
Yeah, he won a championship, and yet he's he's just getting no play time.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bust though.
He's on that. He's on the way. He's starting to go down that street.
Of course, the GM that drafted him got fired as soon as that happened. So I feel like there's hope for JJ.
I mean, of course, there's hope for him, but he's becoming an early bust so far. I mean, he's getting injured. He's not getting any playing time. What would you call that?
But you figure a bust is more like all this hype, and he's not showing it.
I mean, what would you call it if not a bust?
I would just say a bad start because he got that injury, but I wouldn't say
I think you're just more easy on him because he went to Michigan.
Oh yeah, sure, my Michigan fandom, but
you want to just say that? I mean, that's totally okay.
Yeah, well, I did say heck, you hear my tone. I'm kind of just going there's hope. Anyway, well, we got more preseason. We'll check in as it goes on, but it's time for our game, the 20-0. We're going to do the basketball themes.
All right. So this time we're going to be doing basketball. The draft will play out the exact same way. Let's see. Who went first last time?
Amon.
I did.
Amon, you went first last time, and you also won it.
Won.
So,
wait, do you need time to prep?
No, I mean, I already got it already and everything on my computer. I just need a quick moment. Let's see.
We could do a quick BRB.
No, it's all good. Let's see. It's all ready. Okay, I just got to share my screen. So, screen. Okay, so this time we're going to be doing basketball. Amon, since you won the first and you won the championship, you're going to go last.
98-0 though.
Yeah, 98-0. Imagine that. Drew, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first. Yes.
All right. I'm going to start us off. So 98-0 for basketball. So as you see, you can choose like that. You can choose any era. If you choose like this, only this era specifically, you're pretty much guaranteed 98-0. So we're just going to keep it all around. But here we go. If you want to do this, you just type in 20-0, 20-0.com. Type it in.
And in case you guys have an iPhone, it's an app now. They're just doing football at the moment.
No, I mean you can do all sports though. Still,
it's all sports. Okay, but anyway, it's an app now, folks. So if you want to give it a shot,
okay.
New York Knicks 2006 to 2010. This was not a successful team.
I mean, it's decent.
It's decent.
That's decent.
I wouldn't say successful. I'm gonna go respin era.
All right.
All right, so we're going early Knicks. This is not good. I actually might have to use all. Actually, I'm gonna go Patrick Ewing for my big man.
All right.
Okay.
The Knicks again. He's doing the Knicks.
All right. Don Nelson.
God, it feels like
got Melo.
No, I gotta respin team. I gotta get the Knicks twice.
You're not gonna do Melo?
You're not gonna do Melo?
No, that wasn't the prime Melo. Not yet. If it was 2011 and 2015, I would have chosen.
I mean, he was still good.
He's still in his. Was he still in his prime?
He's still.
Yeah, I mean, he was.
I mean, saw the stats there.
This is not a good draft so far for me.
You already wait to skip. You already wait to skip.
Yeah, I used both. I'm gonna go Aaron Gordon.
That's not bad.
Okay. Oh,
I'll go
you gotta use
AI.
AI.
There's your
Point
save
guard.
there.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see.
Yeah, Iguodala. I mean, Iguodala was good. Gallinari was good.
Gallinari's good. Jared,
I thought Fell was actually quite good himself.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go Iguodala. This is a good enough. No, this is gonna be a really bad team.
oh
Okay.
my!
Let's see. KD with the save.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
that was not good at all. Holy crap, that was a bad.
20 losses. Thanks for people that have left. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to.
Man.
All right, 62 and 20. Okay.
Yeah, see, Aaron Gordon held me back. This is not a good team.
Da-da-da-da.
Damn, okay. All right, Drew, you're on.
All right, go ahead.
Did you save it?
Yeah, I took a picture.
Oh, shoot. I think by saying that, I think I pursued
Oh.
Of course, you get LeBron.
LeBron, give me LeBron.
No, I want Jane.
Okay. Do you want him as your small forward or power forward?
That's
That's where you really got to think.
I would do small forward.
Okay. Let's see. Indiana 2011 to 2015.
Okay, that's not bad.
Allison, he was good.
Danny
Yeah.
Granger, Paul George.
Granger, Paul George.
George.
Oh yeah, prime Paul George is crazy.
I would have
Yeah.
done LeBron at power than do George at small. But
All right, is this one you want to pick, or do you want me to
I'll
respin
put
it?
Paul George. I'll do Paul George. I'll do Paul George.
Okay. You want Paul George as your shooting guard or power forward?
Let's do power forward.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Philadelphia 2016, 2020. Let's see. I think Embiid's on here.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah. You want to take Embiid?
Yeah.
Okay.
now James, George.
Oh. Wait, is this what year
No,
is
this is 16 to 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
You only got guards. There's no good guards on that. On like any of
I
these.
mean,
Like,
Russell
Russell had a good year.
and Dinwiddie.
Didn't we? DeAndre Russell was good.
yeah, you can either respin or respin team or pick someone whoever you want.
I don't know. Should I risk it? I mean, I have only. Yeah. What we spending? What were we spending?
Team or era?
You want an era or team?
Let's do arrows.
All right, keeping with Brooklyn, we're changing the era. Oh,
2006 to 2010.
okay. I think maybe.
I was gonna say.
Like-
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
I can't take Vince Carter. I already chose my.
No, you have your point
No,
guard.
you have him as a guard. I mean, shooting guard.
I guess I'll take him. He'll be a shooting.
Yeah, duh.
All right.
Last-
Seattle.
And you got a license player.
I mean, you might as well give me Gary Payton. The
Yeah,
glove.
you can.
Aiden, Carter,
you can-
James,
or
Jordan.
you can gamble for like respinning a team.
No, I'm keeping with Gary Payton.
Okay.
I need defense.
And you just win 98-0.
Wow. I mean, I felt like that squad felt too good. They could. All right, well, we have our winner, so I'll just go what I got.
Yeah. Unless you also go 98-0, then that's the case, and I'm pretty much the one left down.
Wow.
Come on, it's your turn. Let's see if you can do just that.
Oh, Trae Young.
Yeah, I'll do Trey for point guard.
All right. You got Boston
Oh,
80s.
you got Kevin McHale. Is he on
Yeah,
there?
Larry.
Oh,
You got Larry
you
Bird.
might as well Larry Bird. You
Larry
might as well.
Bird.
I'm on also. Paulie's probably going to go. You want to mention shooting guard or small forward?
Shooting guard.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to go for like MJ?
I'm doing shooting guard.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, Chargers, 2016, 2020.
The Clippers.
Kawhi.
Clippers, sorry, what am I talking about?
Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi. Okay.
Small forward, power forward.
Small.
All right, the Kings, 2021, 2026.
I'll do a respin.
You want eras or teams?
Team.
Team, okay.
Okay.
And you got the Pistons.
Mm.
You still got eras. You want to do eras.
Can you spin era?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
2011, 2015. Not a whole lot of success here.
Drummond, I guess.
I'll take a Drummond.
All right. All right, your final player. See, the Spurs,
Oh, you might as well pick Duncan. Take Duncan.
All right, Duncan. Not bad, really.
you go 8 plus 85 and 4.
So Drew is our winner.
Drew's Amon wins first one. Drew wins the second one. Hopefully I can win the first.
What sport do we do? Baseball?
Maybe so, or we'll keep it with what's ahead.
Yeah, we can do whatever you guys want to do next time.
And hopefully Jesse will join us to have a run at this. See what his knowledge is. For people that don't know, try it out. 20-0. It's on the app as an iPhone, or just type it in the chat, or sorry, in the search bar. So without further ado, we appreciate it for you tuning in on another episode of Report.